Hey Void, let's get this over with. Finished the Mega Shark collection. The eighth movie on here, Shark Zone. And I don't know how long this review is going to be. There's nothing here to talk about. It really isn't. It's a bottom of the barrel shark movie. Apparently, it claims to be a sequel to Shark Attack 3 Megalodon. There's no reason for it to be, other than kind of mentioning these never having seen sharks like these. And it's maybe hinting that they're more of a Jurassic style shark, so they might be baby megalodons or something. I don't know. They don't really go into it at all. The movie doesn't care. I don't care. None of us care. Okay, Shark Zone. So this follows a guy who, well, I guess we're on the sequel thing. One of the reasons it may be a sequel is because it reuses a lot of footage from Megalodon, passing it off as new footage in this film. Maybe. I don't know. Didn't really go much into it. Okay, so this film follows a young man. Oh, I guess he isn't really a young man anymore. A guy. He pretty much works at the beach. But years ago, his father died in a shark attack while he watched. A bunch of great whites attacked while they were diving. So he's terrified of the water, terrified of sharks, but he works there and lives on a beach. Why? I don't know. You really think he'd go and get a different job after that. I mean, his wife and kid don't really seem to be enjoy being there either because he's having nightmares about sharks still. Anyway, for the first, this movie is about a little more than an hour and a half. For about the first hour, it's about him doing a poor man Jaws, where there's sharks off the beach during tourist season. Mayor won't close the beach. He keeps saying they should close the beach. And there's a bunch of shark attacks. Eventually, he goes out with some divers. He pretty much feeds them to the sharks. But finally, him and another guy go out and start shooting a bunch of sharks. Start finally and push back the sharks. So that's pretty much the first hour. Is just him dealing with the shark problem. They keep the sharks from coming too close to the beach during a failing tourist season. There's no. It's very basic. So, to get up to feature length, they also have a Russian mafia subplot. See, the tourism's failing, so the one guy had to take out a loan from some Russian mobsters. So the Russian mobsters are trying to get close to the guy to our main character, because he was diving where a ship sank that has diamonds on it, and he wants the diamonds. So he keeps trying to convince our main character throughout the movie to take him back out to where the diamonds are, so we can go diving for the diamonds. He's like, I don't want to go there. That's where my father died. I'm not going there. And they just keep trading words. So eventually, the Russian mobster does what Russian mobsters do and tries to bribe him. When that doesn't work, he does what Russian mobsters do next and kidnaps his son and blackmails him into taking his divers out there. And it's hard to really even care about this tacked on diamond heist plot. It doesn't have anything to do with the sharks or the main shark problem, other than this is just an area where there's more sharks. And very much all the villains get eaten by sharks. The end. That's This movie is really hard to care about, and it was extra hard because the audio is terrible. I could not hear the opening narration over the music and the storms of sound effects. I'd hear a little bit that it would just be lost in the cacophony, and the audio is bad throughout. Like, you can hear most characters for a while, but if they're like far in the distance, you can barely hear them. I don't know if there's a microphone problem or something, but half the dialogue sounded ADR'd and not well. So this movie is kind of a dumpster fire. I've seen worse, but this one's just dull and unimaginative. It's a two MacGuffins, and that's generous. Yep, this one's a short review because despite all because there's not even that many problems. It's just boring and there's nothing to play off of here. There's just nothing to it. So, in conclusion, the Mega Shark collection Well, I paid $1 for it, so that's not too bad, considering most of these movies are definitely valued well less than $1. I will say I had fun with Toxic Shark. That was kind of amazingly terrible. The rest and Shark Man was jaw dropping in terms of possible offensiveness. The other ones were just generic, very generic. So 2 on here were semi-enjoyable, just for wackiness. The other ones pass on the collection. You pay more than $1 for it, you're paying too much for this collection. Alright, so that's one barrage of bad movies done. I have so many more left to get to. Join me,